Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today we are in a Blazing Dread. First match, we are at Scandinavia, and I know a lot of people don't like this map. This map is definitely growing on me. We're actually backing in. You can see we're well into this match. Nobody got spotted, so I was backing in to get the cap. Our battleships have decided now they're going to go ahead and start coming in. Keep in mind we're 3 minutes into the match now, so I didn't think I was going to get spotted here. We do. First match I actually have fully packed. Second match I might have refill station, believe it or not. I highly recommend fully packed. I'm going to take some blind fire shots here. But like I said, I would recommend running fully packed. Gives you extra smoke and extra heal, extra sonar. You kind of want to save them sonars to while you're in your smoke. But our first match, you can see we're not playing at the back of the map kiting. Our battleship comes flying through our smoke and almost gets us in a lot of trouble here, right? We're not spotted at all right now. That shot coming in from Massachusetts, definitely probably for a battleship, because he shot that before. He shot that before we even shot our shells off at him. And I don't play this kiting, guys. If you guys want the build and play guide on it, I will try to remember leave it down below for you guys. But we do have a build and play guide, so we just got a couple matches for you, right? It's back in the shop. People are excited. And to be quite frank, what is not to be excited about 15 shells doing 23% fire chance? It is crazy. Anything that makes Suzuya look like he can't start a fire, it might as well just be a flamethrower. That's really what this thing is. Alright, and then the last match we actually showcased in this thing is the match I think we had 20 Citadels. So use your AP when you get the opportunity. Now in this match you can see we're playing kind of aggressive, but same time enemies kind of keeping their distance right now, right? They're playing a little too passively, and that is actually going to hurt them. We've had a pretty slow start, but it's going to get a little bit better here. We do get the cap. And we're going to go ahead and push up. Why is that? Well, Massachusetts is running away. And we do have a fire going on him. Also, you're going to see we're getting a ton of shatters on that Massachusetts. Lo and behold, their Azuma decides to pop out, and I'm lucky I'm not dead here. If he had AP loaded like he should have coming around the corner, I should be dead, right? Like, there's no way I should live there. But you choose the life as there is a Sinop and a Zuma shooting HE. What is going on? How? What happened? What is going on? I get lucky here, right? We don't have our smokes back. This is Zuma. Should be hyper focused on me. And he's not. He's worried about the guys in front of him. And he's going to realize pretty quickly as we get a couple more fires on him. Probably should have been focused on me. I should have had AP loaded there. I didn't think he was actually going to turn broadside there. Otherwise, we definitely would have Citadel. This thing can absolutely Citadel stuff when you go ahead and get somebody's broadside like that up close. Now, Sinop being this close, almost better off to be broadside with a Russian AP. But more importantly, we're going to throw some torps out because we know he's going to try to come out. There's 2 cruisers right here. He's going to want to come back out, right? Massachusetts is working himself back in, and yes, I do fight close in with secondary ships, right? If the opportunity is right. Like, we're not going to lose this battle. We got teammates' help. He doesn't have a lot of health. I believe he was shooting HE earlier, as we're starting to get our full pins because we can actually shoot into the superstructure. we're starting to do significant amounts of damage to them now. And that's the thing. Like, can the ship kite successfully? Yes, but you have smokes, and you don't need to. And sure enough, look at that. Senat pops around the corner thinking he's going to get one on me. And I don't think he expected that. And you should. Japanese destroyer with their firing angle, or Japanese cruisers with them torps out the back like that. You gotta be expecting when they're driving away at a broadside, they're giving up torps, and it's a lot of reason for it. Now, I'm spotted here, so without shooting my gun, so I'm gonna sonar, and figuring there is torpedoes coming, right? We go ahead, find the destroyer, we catch him off guard while he's actually driving towards us. And we're going to go ahead and do our best to light him up. Now, we do get some help from our team, but we do end up finishing him off, meaning we got our 4th kill. Didn't even realize this at the time. Yep, you guys are starting to see where this is going, don't ya? Even me, not super paying attention. I care about, helping my team and winning. So, I care about getting into this cap. I'm shooting at Plymouth right now, not to chase a kite, but because I need him to get away from the cap, right? And if he's in a Plymouth and he's been around here this long, he's probably not a bad player. So what we're going to do is we're going to smoke up. He's going to want to turn back at us, obviously. And we're going to just go ahead and try to get some fires on him as he's going away. And we want to get this cap. Anything can happen. Although I probably should have realized at this point they weren't going to win. Wasn't sure, so we go ahead and get the try to get the cap. You're gonna see I did realize there that it didn't really matter if I got the cap or not. So we're gonna pop out and try to finish off this Plymouth here, as we do get the assist cap. Some of our teammates come in. I think it's funny, two of them both have caps, actually almost were solo caps, or could have been, because I was the first one in both of them doing a bunch of it, obviously. Now Plymouth, actually decent player, starts to get good hits on me. I realize this, they start to angle in a little bit. We don't want to get wrecked by a Plymouth. That is a very bad way to go. They can absolutely smash you given the opportunity. So we're going to go ahead, try to finish him off. Now, I'm an idiot as we get our Kraken. I'm going to go ahead and try to stay angled to King George. I'm a moron. Obviously, he sent torps out. Was not even thinking about that. I was now, because with the Kraken, was just trying to get to the King George to actually shoot. And you're going to see I get a little too greedy, right? But we do have the glory of the old Kraken. And there's no dodging that one. I was driving right at it. I'm just thankful I didn't die, to be honest with you. And again, not the biggest damage game, but it was a lot of it was actually effective damage. We didn't have a wither right away or nothing like that. We had Kraken, we outfinished people off, we got a dreadnought, stuff that doesn't normally happen in a Blazing Dread. So, solid match. We kept 2 bases and did a Kraken, 3,000 base damage, or 3,000 base XP in that game. Now, our next game at Neighbors going to be a little bit different. Gonna take a lot of guts on this one. So you guys can see I accidentally had refill station on, which honestly, not the end of the world on this ship. Fully packed, probably the better option, but we're going to go ahead. You can see I am the farthest person up on my team yet again. That is not going to change. Here, I wish I had AP loaded. We're going to switch over to AP, but Amano is going to start to turn out. Right, and we're assuming he's probably dropped torpedoes, so we got to be careful. But we do have a sonar out, and we are being careful. we're gonna actually overpin a lot on that Amano, and we actually had a decent salvo on him. Like I said, we had that match with like 15, 20 Citadels with Blazing Dread, so definitely a ship that when you get the opportunity, you know, it could be quite good to use your AP, and it happens to be on actually all Japanese cruisers. I end up using AP so much on them that a lot of times I build into the AP now. But people don't expect it. We see that smoke out in front of us. We know there's a destroyer there, so we're not being dumb. We're moving around as we shoot. We want to stay moving just in case we he sends torpedoes. We really don't want to eat all of them. Our smoke screen is gone. Bismarck is pushing up now, so we gotta get back. We're not gonna try to duel a ship that has a lot of help. Obviously, we want this not to be a fair fight, but we're gonna start moving here. Amano here, broadside. We switch back over to HE because he clearly turns out like last time. And you can see we get a pretty decent salvo on again with AP. Not the greatest. It's Amano. He's lucky he's not Citadel. And we're gonna keep starting and stopping. But we gotta be careful, right? We don't have a smoke. And we just irritated a whole lot of battleships in the center of the map. As you can see, Bismarck and Amano and the other three battleships in the middle of the map, not thrilled with us, right? But then the destroyer gets spotted and we're going to start shooting at him. You can see we're going to do a huge chunk of damage to this destroyer. And I go broadside here quick to get rolling before the torps get here. Our destroyer doesn't look like he's helping at all. And I don't know why you wouldn't help in this scenario, because you clearly have a cruiser really trying to help you out. As you see it, I think them were battleship rounds coming in there, but he definitely didn't help out, at least at the start anyway. And we're going to go ahead and try to take all the health off of this Z39. If I had more help shooting this guy, definitely would have been dead, right? But we did almost get rid of him as we shoot one last salvo in at him, and you're going to see we get 2 shells to hit, I do believe, and no kill, right? So he's still alive, hanging on by a thread. Zeton's still pushing up. We've had him on fire a few times, and we get another fire on him. So he's gonna be in a world of hurt here soon, because obviously with his damage guns, right, we can start to burn him down. This is gonna be more of a classic Japanese cruiser match, although you can see I'm not playing back. I'm very close to the cap. In fact, I've been the closest one up for most of the match on our side, but there's a lot more firepower on the red team over here than the blue team, so I'm trying to just stay alive. Obviously I take a real nasty shot from that other battleship out there. So we're going to go ahead, slow down, and use our smoke. Picardy got a good one off on us. But remember, when you shoot at me, I shoot back. And I have a tendency to do pretty well when I do that. But at any rate, we're going to go ahead. Slower start to this match, right? Nothing too crazy. You know, we did a fair amount to the destroyer and a fair amount to the cruiser, but to really everybody else haven't done a whole lot, right? But there is a fair amount of battleships in here, right? So a lot on the table for if a person's interested in the damage. We're not sure what Bacardi's going to do here. We know he's going to charge in, but we don't know left or right, so we're going to try to drop torps out. We're just taking a guess, to be honest with you. But at this moment here, I realize he's charging in, so I don't have the health to go one-on-one with him. We're going to go ahead and get out of our smoke, throw some torps off the right side, then try to use our smoke the best we can while he's pushing up, so that if I need to, we can go dark, right? We're going to go ahead and throw some torps out, because he's probably going to bob and weave. Again, kind of figured he wasn't going to worry too much about me. He was more worried about bigger damage targets. But so we were throwing him out, just assuming he's going to drive straight at where the smoke was. And as you can see here, we're going to start to throw some shells at him and go down. You guys will have to let me know, guys. Do you guys like Suzuki or Blazing Dread? I have a tendency to like Blazing Dread a little bit more. I like the fire. It's fun, right? Starting a lot of fires. Now, in both of these matches, I don't think we get real crazy in the fires. I think it was around 20 for these two matches. But I've had a few matches of like 20 to 25, or I mean a few matches of 20 to 30 fires on these, in both of them, Suzuki and Blazing Dread. But honestly, Suzuki is better at kiting, in my opinion, even though they are like the same ship. Having the smokes is kind of nice because you can just chill while you know, roast. Bacardi's like a marshmallow. As you guys can see, he's not having a wonderful day. It's warm in Bacardi right now, or in Picardi. Destroyer gets himself spotted. Not a lot of health there, but I'm still taking that shot, right? I got to take that shot. I know I could probably finish off with that Picard, but we do get 2 shells to hit on the Destroyer. Again, just I don't know how he's alive, but he is. And we're going to speed up a little bit because I'm trying to get into a position here away from these guys and try to get some island cover because I don't have any health anymore. I don't have no heals. I don't have no smokes. We don't have much options right now. We're just trying to keep ourselves alive. So I'm hunting for island cover, right? Like, that's what I'm doing. Zeton now, obviously, through me starting him on fire before, he's kind of in a tough spot. And we're going to chill back here. Listen, I might not be able to do the most damage back here, but my points are worthwhile. And especially in a match like this where it's really close, right? It is, you know, almost equal on ships, not quite. I'm almost dead, so that kind of counts. And even though we have points, they do have cap control. And they do, you know, and their destroyer is there. He's half alive, right? But he's still there, so it could be a real problem. And we're just going to take turns shooting here at all these battleships. And use this island to stay undetected. And right here, this is actually going to be... almost put myself in a bad position in this match here in the beginning part. A little too much. A little too hard to get too aggressive, obviously, taking on all the battleships. But honestly, no guts, no glory, right? So, gotta do stuff. Can't always hang back at the back of the map. Zeton at 12 kilometers is getting hard to lob. So, we're going to go ahead and take a shot at Hood now. Hood's got a bunch of health. We got to get him focused down. As well as we can see, we have 15 fires. And we're going to tag another 2 on there. That's what I love about this ship. The more I play now, the more I do like fire starter ships. I've always been an AP person, but once in a while it is a lot of fun to just start a bunch of fires and watch your damage number go up. Even though... not always effective damage. Our first match was better. This is going to be more of your classic burn it down match, right? As we got 19 fires, there's number 20. I don't actually know how many to get. As we got our Wither, our Hair Caliber, and our Confederate all in like the same shot there. We do have Bismarck burning and Hood burning right now. But I'm trying to... I actually want to get rid of the Destroyer. I'm trying to put myself... I know where the Destroyer is. He's got to be off to my right. To be spotting it all for me. Or spotting against me. And we're trying to be careful, right? But we know he was back out here. So we're going to send Torps out. We don't know exactly where he is, but we're going to try to catch him with Torps. And you can see now Bismarck and Hood. We've been kind of the game changer on these guys, whittling them down. Obviously, we take a shot, then he goes down. And our destroyer is dead, so we have to be real careful here. We played a lot around with our with 9 lives, and we don't have many of them left. We're gonna go ahead and push up because we're guessing that we're getting spotted from the right or getting spotted from the right. I'm trying to get behind this island in the sea cap to defend the sea cap. Could either make the destroyer shoot me or at least defend that sea cap to win. But I realized quickly Bismarck also coming in. We're gonna take our shot. He does get a citadel on us and smashes us to finish us off. But we do get our revenge and get a flesh wound on him. So then the destroyer gets himself caught. You can see how close we had him. He goes down. So we did a lot to the destroyer and then a mono. And then we burned some battleships, which is always fun, right? A solid game. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time, folks.